Now that you have come too far, the more judge feels like jar. There's something at the end of the path you take. The meat builds up, the blood runs flame. Suck out the perfect specimen. Spit out the perfect medicine. Dissect the perfect specimen.
What's going on, everybody? I'm G Money,
I'm Huey.
and this is Radio XD, coming at you live from Columbus, South Carolina. The show, just kind of give you a glance of what we're going to be doing with this show. We're definitely going to be talking about some movies. I'm absolutely a movie fan. For those who don't know me, I'm a movie buff. Movies is my jam. Been watching them for years. Yeah, and then also games. Everybody knows I love shooting. Things.
Everybody loves shooting shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's fun. It's a very stress reliever. Big stress reliever. Definitely gonna talk about music. This is my lead guitar player. And I'm the drummer. We playing Experiment Discontinued.
I mean, how can you be in a band and not talk about music?
Yeah. I mean, I think I would get shot if I did not say something about music. And we definitely want to bring local music to everybody. Try to kind of get that going. Hit up some of these local scenes around here. Maybe get some interviews. Have some fun. Definitely going to be talking about some TV. Just talk about whatever we see or whatever, and maybe whatever you guys want us to talk about. And definitely going to try to bring some news. Definitely going to bring some news. Why not? Everybody likes a little news, a little drama in their lives, right?
Yeah, you gotta know what's going on in the world.
That's very true.
At least a little bit.
Just a little. Yeah. But yeah, so.
Yep, just testing waters, getting some feel for stuff. We've never done this before, so.
Not at all.
This is what we gotta do, and we gotta look at fucking notes.
But it is what it is.
Bear with us.
Yeah, getting it done to the date. Anybody got time for that?
No.
All right.
So, you're gonna start off with, you got some movies you want to talk about.
Yes, I do. Definitely, I feel some type of way about some things. Want to hit y'all with Iron Man 3. I don't know if y'all seen that or not. I definitely saw that in theaters, and I was really upset. So if you see the movie, you might not want to watch. You might not want to listen to this, because I might spoil some things. Not too sure. We'll see.
Alert! Alert!
But I am mad as shit, because I saw this in theaters with my fiance, and we definitely wasted our hard-earned money on this crappy movie, in my opinion. I just want to start off with right quick. Very, very lame. Very lame compared to all the Iron Mans that have come out so far, including the Avengers, even though it's not an Iron Man movie. It's very lame. It's nothing like any of the other two. You don't have him, being a really big smartass or anything. You don't have him doing his...
No, he's a whiny baby.
Yeah, the whole time.
Like, I'm Tony Stark, the whiny baby with an Iron Man suit.
Right. And then you're going to get all butthurt because you lost your suit.
Don't hate, I drink on the show.
Who knows? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, even if it's not alcohol. But another point I want to make: why the anxiety? Why did they even add that in there? What was the purpose of that? They didn't make me feel for him at all. If anything, I just thought he was weak sauce. Like, oh my god, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Whatever. Not into it. Wasn't good for me. I don't know if it was good for you. It definitely wasn't good for me. He definitely looked very weak too. I don't know.
Agreed. I mean, like, right from the get-go. And
Yes.
whoever thought it was a good idea to show off who the bad guy was and then
Yeah.
think they could trick people,
Mhm.
like, oh, I don't know who it's going to be. Maybe this terrorist on the TV. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest thing ever. Like, oh, I don't know who it is.
And then to add some flavor, they tried to make him like a very flamboyant actor who's just like, I just got paid, and that still didn't really. I couldn't deal. Couldn't deal.
Done.
Yes. Good. Man. And then the fireworks of the Iron Man. I definitely want to talk about that. I don't know if y'all saw that. It looked pretty, but what a waste of money. It was like a huge waste of money. You're going to bring them up here, shoot all this crap, and then you're going to go, oh, bloop. It's not the 4th of July. It's not. It's not the 4th of July. It's
I know. And how much money does he really have? I mean, I know
Right.
like he did all that stuff. His dad did all that stuff, inherited all that,
Right.
and then just to blow money on these they're like titanium
yeah.
Iron Man suits. They're like, I'm just gonna blow them up. Whatever, save the
Right.
day.
Yeah. Not into it. Not into it. And the girlfriend with the powers. How do you feel about that?
I had no clue that was even gonna happen. I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't touch that. Like,
Exactly.
literally.
Now here's a very big piss off for me. Spoiler alert right here. The magnet to get out the shrapnel in his chest. Where did that come from? And if so, why was it brought in about 2 movies ago?
Yeah, they couldn't think that earlier. I mean,
Right.
shit, they've had magnets for I don't even know how long. Ever since I was born, I know that. So I might as well just say forever. It's true.
Right. Very true. Very true. It's just I don't understand why would you do that? Why at the end of this movie would you sit there, put them on a table and go, zoop, you're done, good. Just not feeling that.
No.
And retired, really? Retired? He's gonna retire after that? Just call it a day? I'm retired. I'm Tony Stark and I'm just gonna retire.
I'm done.
It's,
No more metal in my chest. I can't be Iron Man. Way.
right.
Whiny bitch.
Any you got any final thoughts you want to add on to that?
I'm glad I didn't see it in theaters.
Yeah, I hate you too.
I'm sorry, man. Well, I mean, I feel your pain. I have gone and seen movies in theaters and asked for my money back.
Yes, I actually did not ask for it back, but that was just that bad. I was very bad. I was on a date. That was a terrible movie to go see a date on.
Yeah, you don't really want to freak out on a date neither.
Yeah.
Asking for money back and shit. This is
Right, especially over a movie.
not a good thing.
You gotta keep the swag going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta brush off the
Brush it
shoulder a
off.
little bit. Just chill.
Be
Be like,
easy.
it's okay, girl.
Yeah.
I'll go get us some dinner anyway.
Yeah.
There's another movie I want to hit y'all with. I don't know if y'all seen it out. This kind of came out a little recently. Is Riddick, the new Riddick movie that is out now. I'm a very big Vin Diesel fan. I think he is awesome. Even though if he is kind of like a new Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't really care. He's awesome to me. But this new Riddick movie, I don't really know how to feel about it.
I just had the I am Vin Diesel like go through my head.
It's more like, I am Vin Diesel. You're not afraid of the dark, are you? Look at my eyes now!
Sorry, Schwarzenegger reference.
It had to happen. It had to happen. It had to happen. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know how to feel about it. I don't. But then again, here's the thing for me that I would definitely want to point out about this is that if you started where I did, where you come in with Pitch Black, and then from Pitch Black you go to Chronicles of Riddick. I know Dark Fury came out later in between those two, but to start out with those three, and you've kept up with him so far, and to jump into this Riddick, you know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You have your things to expect of Riddick being Riddick. You know what I mean? Now, if you haven't kept up with any of that, I feel like this would be a great movie for you if you want to start here. Now, I don't know if they're going to make any more. They probably will, but to start right here and you're new to it, you'll probably love it. You'll probably think it's the most sick, nasty thing you've ever seen in millions of years. But if you started where I did, what can I really say there?
See, I'm like in the balance of the two because I've seen Pitch Black and I've seen
Right.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Right.
Haven't seen the middle one, Dark Fury. You said?
Yeah.
Okay. Haven't seen that one, and it's been years since I've seen either of those. And then last weekend I watched Riddick, and I was entertained. I didn't like hate it or like by any means, but at the same time I was still kind of like, this is very back to the first like Pitch Black style.
Yes.
Just kind of like offsetting a little bit, kind of throwing you for a loop like every chance they got, and then at the same time drawing out till you're at that like salty end of just nothing.
Right. And here's a question I want to throw out. Why the whole dog bit? Excuse me. But yeah.
Too much soda.
But why the whole dog bit? That's what I want to know. When you come into the movie, he gets this little dog. He gets this little dog, And for the next 20, 30 minutes, it's just him messing around with this dog. He injects the dog with poison. I might talk about that a little bit later. But he gets this little weird dog demon creature. And it's just this like 20, 30 minute bit of him growing up with the dog on this random planet of no name.
I mean, I thought it was a cool looking dog. And I mean, everybody's got to have a friend, man.
Yeah, but
you gonna hate on Riddick for
Rid-
having a friend like that?
I mean,
And it's a beast.
I mean,
it's
I
not
guess
even
not,
like a
but-
human friend. It's a beast.
Right.
And it's a cool looking dog, man. I mean, I would totally love to have a dog like that.
But I'm also saying, this is Riddick we're talking about here. This is Riddick, and I have to stop because my grandma's calling.
All right, so we're coming back. That was "Seek and Destroy" by Metallica.
Great song.
For all
Great
you
song.
old Metallica fans out there.
The song, actually, that experiment is continued. We've been playing around with, thinking about maybe covering. So if you hear it pop up in one of our shows, don't be surprised.
It's gonna be fun and badass.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm proud of everybody on that song, for real.
Speaking about bad and ass, fun fact for those Metallica fans out there: that album, "Kill 'Em All," first album, 1983, was originally, they wanted to call it "Metal Up Your Ass." I don't know if you ever knew that. It had a picture of a toilet with this like metal fist coming out. Just
Yes,
bossing it up. I think it was Megaforce Records was like, yeah, no, tone that down a little bit. Kill 'Em All, close enough.
Yeah.
So,
All right, coming back to where we left off, talking about Riddick. I also want to throw in there after this whole dog thing. What is the I thought it was really weird to end the whole Necromugger thing coming out of Chronicles of Riddick. Just the way they ended it. You know, Vin Diesel, he lands on the planet, and they tell him that it's Furia, and then this group.
okay, wait a second.
Okay,
Stop.
stopping.
What's a necromonger?
A Necromugger? That's what was from Chronicles of Riddick. That was the.
Is that that crazy race of people that's
Yes,
like
that was
uber bad?
invading it.
Okay, that's a necromonger.
Right, and in the Chronicles of Riddick, that's where we left off with Riddick. He was the king. He became the marshal or whatever of the Necromuggers because you keep what you kill. So he was the leader. That's where we come off of in Riddick.
Okay.
So now in Riddick, he lands on this planet because he wants to go back to Furia. We left alone. They tell him it's Furia, but it's not. And the Crow general, captain, whatever he was, I don't remember. He comes in and pretty much has to take out Riddick, and he shoots his gun into the cracks, and it falls, and he falls into all this rock and stuff. And he's like, "You keep what you kill, Riddick." And
So wait, they're really not gone, but they were just spaced out of that movie for the rest of the movie.
right, for at least for the rest of the movie, because as far as they knew, Riddick was dead. They left him because they didn't want Riddick to be the leader by any means.
Okay. I just had this weird impression of like they killed him off, and I'm like, nobody got killed off except those like fuck ass mercenaries.
Yeah, right. But in the movie, they were trying to kill Riddick
Right.
to keep the throne or whatever.
Okay.
Which is stupid because they say, starring Carl Urban. Okay, well, if you watch the movie, he's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. 5 minutes.
If that, really. That's like stretching it. Now, I do want to give Riddick a compliment. I know it sounds like this is just G-Buddy's hate channel. But I have to say, the creatures in the movie were very wicked. They were wicked sweet. I love the detail. I love the graphics. I love the weird scorpion snake thing. That was intense.
That was wicked. On the top of those things, like,
Yeah.
and they had the crazy teeth like going out like that.
Yeah.
Was that eyes on it, or was that like a nose thing?
I think that might have been eyes.
That's what I thought.
But they look like they kind of react by some kind of like smell or something, because it always has the tail that goes first.
Yeah.
So that has some kind of sensor on it. And then when you hurt that tail, then it comes out of water and goes,
Yeah.
attacks.
It was like.
And they love
shit.
water. That's all I really know. That's why I call it a weird scorpion snake. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Another just little piece of that movie when he
Right.
goes and fights that big one in the cave,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that thing hides under the water, right?
Right.
It's kind of a big thing. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely bigger than Riddick.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, it gets out of the water, and he can just walk across this little pond like it's only a couple
Right.
inches deep to the other side, and is like, I'm free now. I'm going to go to the land of grass and craziness over there.
Right. And that creature had to be at least about as big as this table. Well, I know you guys can't see it from the way we've got
Yeah,
it
we got
angled,
like a
but-
7-foot table here.
Yeah.
Huge.
Right. This thing, it's huge. It's the best way to describe it. Huge, but somehow in a pot of water. Just chilling. Just chilling. And when Riddick's standing in it, he's like ankle deep.
Not even. Like,
Right.
I don't
It's
even
just
think
his
his
shoes
ankles
getting
get
away.
wet.
He's just stopping.
Well,
He
he,
just
does
stops at it.
slide under it and was like, I'm a badass and I cut you open.
Shake. That's true. So I guess maybe it burrows underneath the wet ground. Because if
like
you
a
notice,
mud
that was the
dauber or
other
something?
thing. That was the only water puddle there. And then when the big storm was coming, they all popped out and was chilling straight underneath that storm.
Yeah, you're right. It's like they were just everywhere, buried.
Right. So I think it's kind of like a plant. Just kind of burrow themselves into the
It's
ground.
like you ever heard of a mud dauber?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's this weird looking. It looks kind of like an eel with like these
Okay.
stupid little army feet thing.
Army feet things. All right.
I don't know. But it buries itself in the mud, and it's like I chill there
Right.
like a boss.
Like a boss. Also, it was visually entertaining for me. I must say.
Definitely.
They definitely put a lot of effort into some of the things they did, as far as like the scenes, the dead merc ship or whatever. Just the landscape in its own was pretty nasty.
The landscape, that little merch hut that they were
Yes.
in, that was
Mhm.
sick, and the
Mhm.
traps, that
Mhm.
was nasty.
Very, yes.
If you guys haven't seen it, like it's worth it just for that.
just for that, there's like weird
It's like
human
Man bear traps.
Yeah, that's the best way
Man
to-
bear pig. It exists on this planet.
Yeah, it's worth looking at for sure. It's sick nasty. And also, okay, another thing. The leader of the first Mercs, I forget his name, but you've seen
Jones.
him. No, not Jones. The other one. The first Mercs that land. The first
Oh.
group. I forget his name. He was in Calabita? Is that what it's said? Calabita? You remember that?
Nope.
With the chick, and she's okay. He hasn't
Gone.
seen it. All right. Well, Calabita, I think is how you say it. If not, correct me in the comments. And what was another movie? He was in Bad Boys 2. He was in Bad Boys 2. He was running some drugs. And
Who was that guy?
I'm trying to think, but I just don't know his name. My dumb ass forgot to get his name before I jumped on here. But anyways, I hated his line delivery. I hated his line delivery in that movie.
It was
Because
kind
I
of
mean,
weak.
he has some kind of. I mean, the lines themselves were probably were kind of cool if they were said in the right tone of voice. I guess the best way to put it. Granted, I'm not an actor, but I'm just saying he did not give that punch at all. Not a not a nothing. He just kind of.
No. But I mean, that was
said
kind of his character, though. Like, he wasn't the epic character.
Right.
He was
He's like, we just go
the
sit.
sideshow character, like
Right.
the extra.
Yeah.
But they wanted somebody with some actual balls, I guess. I don't know.
I guess so.
Decent though.
Bringing Jones, Johns, or was it Johns? Was it
Jones.
Johns.
One of them.
I think either John,
J.S. something. Yeah, you get
Johns.
there.
I'm gonna say Johns. For right now, I'm gonna say Johns. If it's Jones, if it's Jones, whatever. But they bring Johns' father back into the movie. Apparently, the father's been looking for him for years since he killed him on Pitch Black. I thought that was an okay attempt at bringing a little bit of drama to the movie.
I agree.
I thought that was all right,
Definitely didn't expect that.
at all. No, that was a nice
No.
little
Yeah.
curveball,
Yeah,
for sure. I don't know if that's how
it
you put
definitely
it, but-
added to the presence of the movie.
Right, because if you come through like I have, with Pitch Black, then you know who Johns is. He was the guy that tried to, just for everybody who's about to go watch this movie, haven't seen it. Johns in Pitch Black was a merc that was on the ship that crash landed on the planet, and he eventually tried to kill the little girl there, and Riddick wasn't having that shit. They had a little death duel in the dark around some lights, and he killed him and let him get fed or something. Point being, he killed him for trying to kill the little girl and drag him behind him as bait. And so, but yeah, so bringing his father back into that was pretty sweet since he didn't know anything for sure. And we're going to come right back right quick, hit you with some more music, and then we're probably going to finish up.
Yep. And we're back again.
Back again, what's good? Radio XD in the house. I was talking about John's coming back in. just want to finish up with that was said. I thought that was, at the end of the day, that was all right. It was a good attempt. Brought a little flavor to the movie, and you know, it's a nice little drama, nice little excitement there. But then I want to end it with the Batista and Vin Diesel fight. I did not enjoy that fight at all.
That was that big guy out when they took the bikes out to get the power units.
Yes,
right? Okay.
that's right. Didn't like it.
I mean, I've seen better, but
you know, we were also talking about Batista being you know, he's in the WWE right now. He is a wrestler in the WWE, so he has millions of fans, and he's big old Batista. You know, he's supposed to be the strong, at least in wrestling. I haven't watched it in years, but I know he is supposed to be Batista. Like he's you know, he big dude,
right.
so he is destructive. And then you're gonna have Vin Diesel, who's also a big dude. Except for in Riddick, I don't understand how he's so skinny in Riddick, but he's so big in Fast and Furious. But yeah, I just thought it was a lame fight. You got this huge wrestler trying to fight, you know, Riddick, and it lasts like 20 seconds.
But I mean, Riddick's supposed to be a badass, and he's been dealing with shit the whole movie.
True. I guess you shouldn't hype on it too much. But I mean, for Batista fans, I felt like it should have been a little something there. Not just he's in the movie, kind of going, oops.
I mean, I guess this could be rough, but if you want to see him fight like in a real wrestling match, go watch him wrestle. I mean, don't go watch a movie. It's an acting role. I mean,
Yeah, you're right. And he's also a wrestler, so he's not a very good actor anyway.
I mean, he pulled it off. I didn't know he was a wrestler, so.
But then, well, true. But yeah, but overall, at the end of the day, Riddick is okay. Like I said, if you come in with me with watching all the movies, I hope you make something else. If you come in where who was at,
It was decent. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that it kind of went back to the Pitch Black kind of deal where you're just thrown in a little bit. I thought it was a good movie.
word.
Definitely worth a watch.
That's definitely the end of all my rants.
Yep.
For sure. Now we're going to throw it to the
Who dog. All right. So we got a random science fact for all you music fans out there. Mythbusters did an episode where they took a greenhouse and looped music to play for the plants growing, and they tested on what music would make plants grow better. You know, I mean, you got to make them feel good, right?
Right, yes.
Turns out heavy metal is the best music to grow plants. So don't deny the metal.
Don't do it. Don't deny it.
Nope.
Your
You
plants
just
will grow
won't
better.
destroy it. The metal will live on.
Forever and ever and ever. And ever. Pretty much eternity. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't destroy it. Can't do anything. Can't smack it. Can't nothing.
No,
It will crush you.
Before we go, definitely I want to throw questions out to anybody who's watching this. Just this is completely random from the entire show that we've done here today. Just want to ask you guys, how do you guys feel about the music industry? What are your thoughts and feelings about it? I pretty much feel like it's shitty, but yeah, just throw me that. Just you know, how do you guys feel about the music industry? Let me know, and I'll definitely throw your comments on next week. And do you feel it will or could be changed? Do you feel like the music industry could change, or is it going to stay shitty forever?
I don't know. I mean, you can throw some debates in there. I mean, they got the whole internet free exchange of information, like on the brink of not existing anymore, and you
Right.
having to pay for everything.
Yep. So I mean,
Which
Starting
would
to be
include
free.
even stupid stuff like this. So, I mean, whatever. What have you.
right. And anything you want to? What you got, Hulu? What you got for it?
What kind of music do you guys see out in the world? I mean, what up and coming bands like that maybe nobody hears about, or maybe something that you would want us to talk about or talk with? You know,
Well,
talk with whom?
However you want it, man.
The bell tolls, whatever. I don't know. So yeah, just hit us up. There's comments. There's gonna be comments and shit down there. Yeah, you
Down
get
here,
it.
this
I almost said
this
downstairs.
area. It is gonna be downstairs. Downstairs in the comment box. But all right, guys. I'm G Buddy,
And I'm Hooey.
and this is Radio XD.
Peace.